Perhaps you've already experienced this. Someone calls you by name in front of everyone, raises their voice to compliment you, speaks well of you with that wide smile. And instead of feeling good, you feel something strange, a tightness in your chest, a slight discomfort, an almost automatic urge to change the subject, look away, or downplay what they said about you. And then the thought comes, why can't I just accept a compliment? But what if I told you that this reaction isn't a lack of self-esteem? What if that discomfort you feel when you're applauded in public is actually a sign that your body and mind are functioning at a level of perception that most people don't even imagine they have? In this video, we'll explore, calmly and without judgment, what happens inside you when you receive public praise, and what this silent behavior might be revealing about your deepest emotional superpowers. This is not a diagnosis. It is not an analysis. It is simply an invitation for you to look at your own way of being with a little more curiosity and affection. If any part of this behavior seems familiar to you, share in the comments. This is a quiet space to recognize yourself and better understand your own superpowers. You're in a group conversation, a meeting, a dinner with friends, and suddenly someone singles you out. They speak highly of you out loud, in front of everyone. And before you even have time to think about what to say, something in your body has already reacted. A warmth in your face, a slight stiffness in your shoulders. Your breathing has changed rhythm without you even telling it to. This happens because your body is faster than any thought. It doesn't wait for you to decide how to feel. It already feels it. And this speed of reaction isn't unwarranted nervousness. It's a form of physical intelligence that you've developed over time, almost without realizing it. People who have this automatic feeling when faced with public praise tend to be extremely attentive to their surroundings. Their bodies have learned to scan social situations with silent precision, picking up tensions, intentions, and dynamics that most people don't even notice. That's a superpower. And it starts precisely with that reaction that you might still call fussiness. The smile you hold back when receiving public praise is your instinct protecting you from social pitfalls. You receive the compliment, you offer a polite smile, but inside, something is holding you back. It's not ingratitude. It's not coldness. It's as if part of you wants to celebrate, but another part pleads for calm, almost whispering, wait, observe first. And you obey that whisper without even realizing you've obeyed. That restrained smile you give in public has a simple name: emotional caution. Your body learned, at some point in its life, that not all praise comes without accompaniment. That sometimes the spotlight comes with an expectation, a comparison, a silent pressure disguised as affection. And so it created this automatic filter, a gentle shield that smiles without exposing itself too much. What seems like shyness to outsiders is actually a sophisticated form of self-preservation. You don't have difficulty receiving affection. You have the wisdom not to dissolve into it before understanding what it carries. That's a rare superpower. Most people open their hearts to any applause. You wait to see if the applause is genuine. That strange feeling in your stomach after being praised in a group. Your internal system already knows something. The compliment has faded. The conversation has moved on. Everyone is already talking about something else, but you're still there, inside, with that feeling you can't quite explain. It's not discomfort. It's not anxiety. It's almost like a faint warning sign, like when you feel you've forgotten something but can't remember what. Your stomach knows. Your head hasn't figured it out yet. That silent discomfort after being praised in a group is your internal system processing layers that the moment didn't reveal on the surface. Who spoke? Why now? In front of whom? In what tone? Your body registered all of this in fractions of a second, and the feeling in your stomach isn't trying to tell you what it found. People who experience this frequently have an almost invisible ability to perceive complex social dynamics. They pick up on what wasn't said, what was left unsaid, what the compliment carried between the lines. It's not paranoia, it's keen perception. It's the kind of intelligence that doesn't show up on any test, but that protects you from situations that most people will only understand after they've already been hurt. If you've noticed this way of reacting in yourself or someone close to you, right? This sounds like me. This helps this video reach more people who think and feel similarly. Crossing your arms or looking away after a group compliment is your body silently asking for caution. It's not always something you plan. Someone compliments you in front of everyone, and almost without realizing it, your arms cross over your chest. Or your gaze drifts to another point in the room. Or you start fidgeting with something as if you urgently need something to do. Small movements, almost imperceptible, but they say a lot about what's happening inside you at that moment. The body has its own language, and it speaks even when you choose to remain silent. Crossing your arms isn't rudeness, it's protection. Looking away isn't indifference. It's a way of not exposing yourself more than the moment calls for. Your body understood before you did that the compliment put a spotlight on you, and it reacted in the only way it knew how, creating a gentle barrier between you and your surroundings. Those who have this automatic reflex of slightly shutting down in the face of public praise are usually people who deeply value their emotional privacy. You don't like being read by just anyone, not because you have something to hide, but because you know that not everyone who observes you has good intentions. And your body has learned this. It has created this gesture as a silent shield. This is self-preservation in the form of movement. In a meeting, when you get applause and feel an uncomfortable warmth on your face, it's not shyness, it's your social radar being activated. You're in a meeting, giving a presentation, or just working or studying, and someone singles you out loud. People turn to look at you, and then that heat comes over your face that you didn't ask for, didn't authorize, and can't hide. Your cheeks get hot, your ears throb, and you think, why do I feel like this? How embarrassing. But what if there's no shame in it at all? That heat that rises in your face when you're put in the spotlight is a real physical response, and it's not a sign of weakness. It's your nervous system going into peak alert mode. It's realized that all eyes are now on you, and it's activated all your senses at once. Your perception has become sharper. Your reading of the environment has become more precise. At that moment, you're taking in everything, expressions, tones of voice, intentions, with an intensity that few around you can imagine. People who feel that uncomfortable warmth when applauded in public have an extremely sensitive social radar. They perceive nuances that go unnoticed by others. They know when a smile is genuine or rehearsed. They sense when a compliment carries expectation or disguised comparison. This discomfort you feel is not a personality flaw. It's a sign that your radar is working perfectly. People with this instinct automatically perceive who smiled genuinely and who smiled out of obligation in the audience. While everyone else is still processing the compliment you received, you've already silently scanned the room. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't planned. Your eyes simply wandered over the faces around you. And something inside you almost automatically separated those who were genuinely happy for you from those who were merely fulfilling the social protocol of smiling when everyone else is smiling. You can't explain how you know, but you do. This type of automatic reading of expressions and reactions is one of the most sophisticated superpowers that exist, and almost no one talks about it. It's not distrust. It's not paranoia. It's an emotional sensitivity that has been honed over time, trained by years of silent observation. Your brain has learned to register micro-expressions, half-second hesitations, smiles that don't reach the eyes, and translates all of that into a feeling that arrives before any logical thought. Those who possess this instinct are rarely fooled by social appearances for long. It may take time to confirm what they felt, but what the body registered in the first moment almost always proves true. This means you possess a form of profound relational intelligence, the kind that protects bonds, avoids betrayal, and recognizes genuine affection even when it comes wrapped in silence. But the praise that exposes you has a different rhythm. It chooses the public moment. It puts you in the spotlight in a way you didn't ask for. And your body closes subtly, silently, but it closes. Recognizing this difference in your own body is an emotional skill that takes years to develop, and that most people never truly develop. You've learned, perhaps without any books or formal instruction, that beautiful words don't always carry beautiful intentions, and that your body is the best instrument you have to make this assessment. That's emotional wisdom, the kind that can't be bought or taught. It can only be lived. The slight tension in the back of the neck when being highlighted in public is your nervous system scanning for intentions around you. It's a small thing, almost imperceptible, but you felt it, that slight tension that appears in the back of your neck or shoulders exactly when you're put in the spotlight in front of other people. It's not pain. It's not outright stress. It's more like a gentle tightening, as if your body is preparing for something your mind hasn't yet named. And it is, in fact, preparing. This physical tension is your nervous system working silently. It has received the signal that the environment has changed, that there are now eyes directed at you, expectations in the air, social dynamics in motion, and it has responded in the only way it knows how, by putting your body in a state of heightened alertness. It's not a fear reaction, it's a preparedness reaction. Your body is literally scanning the surrounding environment, processing information coming from all sides at once. People who feel this tension in the back of their neck during public appearances have an extremely refined perception system. They don't just participate in the environment, they read it. They pick up on what's in the air before a single word is spoken. This tension you feel isn't your body failing. It's your body functioning at a level that few can achieve. If this explanation has made something clearer about your way of being, comment, "Now I understand better." Your participation strengthens this community of self-knowledge. Those who feel uncomfortable with public praise have developed a rare emotional intelligence. They read what's behind the words. There's a silent difference between hearing what someone says and feeling what they mean. Most people stay on the surface. They listen to the words, accept the smile, move on. But you don't work that way. When someone compliments you in public, you don't just process the content of what was said. You process the tone, the timing, the audience present, the speaker's expression, and the reaction of those watching. All at the same time, all in silence. This ability to read between the lines didn't appear out of nowhere. It was built up over experiences that taught your body that words don't always say everything, and that the context in which they appear often says much more. You learned deeply and almost instinctively that a compliment can be a gift, but it can also be a tool. It can bring you closer, but it can also expose you. It can celebrate, but it can also compare you. And your internal system makes this reading automatically without you having to think about it. This is emotional intelligence at its most refined level, not the emotional intelligence from books, the kind you memorize and apply with effort, but the kind that's ingrained in your body, in your reactions, in your silent way of navigating situations that other people go through without realizing half of what's happening. You read what's behind the words because your body has learned that this is where the truth usually hides. His mind silently decodes power, envy, and social strategy while everyone else is still clapping. The applause is still in the air. People are still smiling, commenting, reacting to the compliment you received, and you're already somewhere else. Not physically, but internally, your mind has already gone beyond the moment. You've already noticed who remained silent when they should have spoken, who spoke too loudly in a way that sounded strange, who looked away the exact second your name was mentioned. You don't look for it. It simply arrives. This ability to decode power dynamics, envy, and social strategy in real time is one of the most complex and solitary superpowers that exist. Solitary because you can't always share what you've perceived, because it sounds suspicious, because the people around you are still on the surface level of the moment, and you are already 3 layers below, understanding structures they don't even know exist. But complex and valuable because it protects you, guides you, and allows you to navigate the social world with rare clarity. You didn't choose to develop this perception. It was shaped by your way of experiencing the world, by your